go from the very tippy top. This is the solo. This is our presentation. We are like what they call a featured presentation, like all of their 5-minute speaker things. Yes, I see that light in me. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Well, and that's because too, though, I come from a very diverse musical background. I'm not, I come from a background where both my parents were musicians. A lot of people don't know that. But my parents, in the 60s and 70s, played, and I think into the 80s, played in supper clubs. We have one here in town, actually. Marco Polo is a perfect example of those kinds of restaurants. And so people would, come in and have their dinners, and music starts about 8 o'clock. And then from 8 o'clock until closing, you've got music going on, what we call standards. So I've got a background in that. Being from Santa Cruz, I was exposed to a lot of jazz. And being part of Cabrillo College, musical theater is also a very big part of that community there too. And so I was playing in the pit orchestras on the violin. And classical, I'm a classically trained violinist and pianist also. So, I'm a very diverse musician. Yes, I am. I am not, I mean, that's what I am. I am a full-blown musician. That's who I am.
So what instruments do you play?
Let's see. Well, I started piano first, and then I started on violin, which I kept both those instruments up. And then I also took on guitar. I don't play that so much anymore. I can play any string instrument, violin, viola, cello, bass, because I understand the whatever of it. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as instruments go. Just all the string instruments, piano, drums, kit. Karen Carpenter, I idolized Karen Carpenter growing up. And so I would practice with her and the Tijuana Brass. When I got my first drum set, my mom had a lot of Herb Alpert records, and so I would play I put the record on and I just play with them. So that's where my diverse background comes from. And actually Shananda is the mantra music.
Okay.
The more, it's spiritual. I'll use the spiritual word. It's fusion. It's a fusion of pop, Hindu music, or not just Hindu though, actually. So kirtan music, right? Kirtan music, which is, and mantras are just very repetitive songs. So if you hear a kirtan band and you hear the music, I mean, it's very, the chord progressions comes over and over again. It's a repetitive thing. But then what's happened is it's becoming fused with different American instrumentation as well too, because here in America, we love meditation, we love yoga. All right, so back to Shananda. Shananda was a band that formed while I was at Unity, and the name came up, but I never felt like the name fit the band, because the idea of Shananda is a combination of Shanti, which is peace, loosely peace. It really means peace everywhere in all things, and then Ananda, which is the Sanskrit word for bliss. So the idea behind Shananda, well, it was a name that came to Steve one day when he was driving, and was for this project over here because the band needed a name. Shananda really is the appropriate name for the band today. And what we call now, we show up and it says Rebecca and Friends, or Rebecca Shepard and Friends. Really what we have here is we're reforming Shananda. I see that beauty in me. Namaste, 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 namaste. So Shananda is a band that what I see happening with it is we will do a lot of spiritual type music, but also, you know, just what we used to call the hippie love, let's all join hands and sing together, you know, about peace, like the old Coca-Cola, the old Coca-Cola commercial. You know, I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. Yeah. Some of it's very repetitive in terms of the words, but it's in Sanskrit. But also with the cover tune, or with our versions, we bring in English words too, to support the Sanskrit or the Punjabi, or even recently we learned a new chant, Hunda, which we were very excited to learn, and which is in Latin, which is another kind of music we do, you know. So we're like, we do a multiplicity of tunes, and we also want to be able to do the kind of cover tunes, jazz standard type cover tunes that you would do if you were having in a lounge type of situation. The thing with that though, having the name Shananda, is we're not quite sure yet about how that would work at that type of a venue. It's more of a restaurant club. Say Rebecca Shepard and Friends is probably a better name to go with. We can start traveling around and sharing this music with more of the CSLs that are out there, the Centers for Spiritual Living. For me, it's like going home. It's like taking something home, bringing this gift back, and saying, oh my gosh, look what I learned while I was out here exploring these other metaphysical things and other areas of life. It's another thing that I feel that we're here to bring is more awareness to people about LGBTQ, as well as about learning to blend our religions more lovingly as well. I'd gladly walk across the desert with no shoes upon my feet to share with you the last bite of bread I had to eat. I would swim out to save you in that sea of broken dreams. If all your hopes are sinking, let me show you what love means. Love can build a bridge. That's kind of what's next for us. Not full-time, but part-time. I think that, you know, we're already set to share music with them once a month. I'm hoping that we'll be there a couple of times a month. Because we just love it there. And for me, it feels like home. Like I said, though, that's the other thing that we're wanting to do, is do more cover music too, as well as using that as a venue to also share the originals that I have as well. Because a lot of the originals that I have fit all the different genres. I mean, I've got mantra music originals, I've got pop tunes, I've got jazz tunes. Yeah. So I guess, you know, that's how I am as a musician. I wear a lot of hats. You know, I wear a lot of different hats musically, because that's who I am. And I've never felt like, you know, I can just, you know, I'm just going to be a classical violinist, you know, or I'm just going to be a pop singer, or I'm going to, you know, I can't do that. I want it all. Yeah.